are subsidized and help and give tax breaks to companies that are investing here, that bring jobs back from overseas.
Joining me now is the Vice Chairman of the Democratic National Committee, R.T. Rybak, also Mayor of Minneapolis. Good morning to you. Welcome back.
Good morning, Alex. Good to be here.
Well, some Democrats, as you know, have expressed last year the frustration that the president was not articulating a winning message for 2012. What do you think he's doing now, and what do you think is his most effective message out there?
Well, I think this past month has really crystallized the choice that we're going to have in this election. The president is out there, I think, with a very clear message about an economy built to last, which means some pretty direct things for people: saving an auto industry, investing in workers, making sure that college is affordable, helping small businesses, investing in the U.S. Up against, Mitt Romney, who, as the information comes out, it's really clear to say that here's a guy who's investing in China, moving bank accounts to Cayman Islands, et cetera. He's had some success in business, but he's also had a lot of cases where people have lost their jobs because of his leadership. So what we really have, I think, is the president standing up for the middle class and Mitt Romney being exposed for what he really is, which is somebody who is out of touch with middle America.
Well, and I'm sure you're not surprised by the numbers that have been put out there by the NBC News Wall Street Journal poll saying 61% of people think this country's on the wrong track. So, RT, how concerned are you about those numbers? What do you think is driving them? And how does the president go about turning that around?
We're in very tough times, there's no doubt about it, but we are moving in the right direction. And I think we continue to just have to make the very clear case that Americans are understanding. When the president came in, we were hemorrhaging 750,000 jobs a month, and the auto industry was on the brink of collapse. 22 straight months of private sector job growth. And look, Alex, a million more cars are being made in this country solely because of the president's leadership. Mitt Romney would have collapsed that industry. So the fact of the matter is, these are tough times. But when you hear what the president talked about, this built-to-last economy, it's clear there's no simple turnaround, and people aren't going to be thrilled about the tough economy we're in. But they do see that it's moving in the right direction. People are recognizing that with the president. And about the last thing we need at this point is to go back to the bad old trickle-down economics that that Romney and Gingrich are espousing, which were really what Bush did to get us into this mess in the first place.
Well, there are some numbers here I'm sure that you appreciate, and that is a poll which shows if the president were to go head-to-head with the rest of the GOP field, he leads all the contenders. How much, though, do you think this is a function of the fact that the GOP contenders are just beating each other up and in this sort of negative campaign mode?
Well, I think that a couple things are happening. One is it's clear where the Republicans are at, which is increasingly off the right wing, and increasingly, I think, about going back to the past. It's clear where the president's at. He's right where the middle class is. Now, I don't think anybody should get too excited up or down about polls, but the reality is we're doing with this re-election what we did the first time, going out one by one and making the case for people. The Republicans are having this slime fest down here in Florida that I don't think anybody could find very appealing. They'll leave. We're here on the ground. We've got 11 offices going. And I think in Florida, they have beautiful weather, but every once in a while a hurricane comes in. Well, that's kind of what this slime fest of the Republican uplifting primary is about. They're going to leave. We're staying. I'm going to St. Petersburg this afternoon to open up another one of our 11 offices here. And we're just doing door-to-door connections with people, talking about middle-class issues, and Americans are getting that.
Yeah. Can I just ask you quickly, having watched the debates and seeing exactly the positions and further getting to know candidates Newt Gingrich and Mitt Romney, whom would the White House prefer to face? The question is, who's going to be easier to beat?
Frankly, I'm liking either of them at this stage. I mean, I think one of the things, especially with Romney, who over this past month, as he opened up his tax records and you began to see what was happening, they were very inconsistent with the financial forms that he filed, and yet he only gave us 1 year of it. Over the next few months, I think, as hopefully Mitt Romney comes clean with people and releases all of his records, we'll see that this is not some sort of great leader who's going to come in and turn the economy around, but he's really been about taking a kind of course that's put people out of work. And you know, one of the things about it is between now and the election, I hope that Mitt Romney gives us what he gave to John McCain last time around, which is 20 months of tax returns. Why do we only get, when we're trying to pick a president, only 1 year of tax returns? So I'd like to see all that, but more than anything, I think we have a president who's in the right direction.
Okay. Mayor of Minneapolis, R.T. Rybak, good to see you. Thank you.
Thanks, Alex.
It is one of the worst problems in Florida that voters will probably be thinking about when they cast their ballots on Tuesday, and Vera Gibbons is going to explain what it is next on Weekends with Alex.